baby. Live again for another week. Should have been watching. I was putting the tweets out. Watching now. It'll snap into professional mode. Don't you worry. Hello, Croeso, and welcome to another episode of Esports Wales Weekly. Our one chance a week to run you down on all the weekly news of everything Esports Wales, talk general nonsense, and interview some cool people. I am Smicko1989. 1 part nab, 2 part dad, 3 part terrible pun. With me today, my co-host. He's tall like a tree and young like a sapling. I may cut off his leg and count the rings. It's Gizmo.
I can't believe you actually led with that line. You told me that yesterday, and I can't believe you actually did it. But
well, you know,
yeah,
you suggested it, so I ran with it. You know,
but it's all right. It's all right. Now you know I'm tall. The digs are going to come in.
Yeah, pretty much. And fuzzy apparently. The webcams. Come on, webcams. We can do this. But more important than me and you, we've got some excellent people with us. We've got a man that I know firsthand can consume huge amounts of alcohol. Life and soul of the party. A leader of men, a true hero amongst us plebs. It's Anders.
Hello.
Hi, Anders.
Wow, that webcam is very fuzzy. Yeah, good to be on. Hope it's a good show.
Who are you? Tell us a little about yourself. What do you do, Anders?
Yeah, I'm Anders. I'm the CS manager, and yeah, I just run the CS teams, the nationals, and the ESEA teams.
Excellent. Who else have we got with us, Giz?
Oh, we got someone else. Just another CS:GO player. Just coming out from off a couple of games. We got Alex.
How's it going? Pleasure to be here.
Alex's camera actually works. Unbelievable.
Shocking enough. Yeah.
Look at that. In full
Crystal
HD crystal clarity.
You can even see my screen in my glasses. This is great.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
I'll try to look down.
No problem at all. Oh, there we are. There's the 4 of us. So yes, a very CSGO heavy group, but also very heavy CSGO news. It's been a great week, and we will get on to the weekly roundup for both Team Tan and Team YA. We are YA heavy this week, and representing YA yourselves there. Yeah, some news about the team, some upcoming events. We got some general news about games and updates, some new releases, some delays on new releases, some events and organizations that have put out some news about vaccinations, all stuff that we'll go through. We've also got a special home topic. We had the Esports Wales meetup last night, didn't we, guys?
Yeah, we did.
Didn't we? Where's he too? He's down there. Didn't we, guys?
Yeah.
We'll talk more in depth about that. Righto. So that's a brief description of what we've got coming up, but I think we'll start with a weekly news run up of the CS:GO teams. I believe we got some graphics for that, Graphics Goblin. We have got some graphics for that. No, we've just got full screen.
That's not a graphic.
That's not a graphic. That's not a graphic. Fire the Graphics Goblin, Craig. Craig, I know you were partying last night. I know you were partying.
That's the hangover kicking in.
That's the hangover kicking in. We'll start with Team Tan, just because they've got fewer games basically to talk about. We've only had the 1 game played this week so far. Unfortunately, Team Tan losing out 16-12 to Galaxy Racers back on the 15th. I did watch the match. I believe this one was quite close. Oh, there is a graphics. There's the graphic. Look at it go. Well done. Better late than never. That's what I always say. Unless you're a train. But the 12-16 loss there, it was a close match. They fought back quite valiantly, but wasn't to be. The other match we've actually got coming up today, I believe 7:30, but I don't think this one's being streamed. But we may tweet out later with the result there. Hopefully, Team Tan can close out the season with a win, because this will be the end of the ESEA League. I do have one important question before we go to the results for Team Yar this week, and this is for Anders as the team manager and the brains behind Yar. ESEA League, does it have overtime? Is there overtime in ESEA?
Yeah, I do believe there is some overtime. I do believe there was a bit of a mix-up earlier in the season. May have to remind one of the casters. There is indeed overtime.
Really, I was completely unaware of that mistake where one of our casters just stopped showing the game just as the overtime.
Yep. It was
There we
alright.
go.
Jake got the whip out, and it was all fine in the end.
Good stuff. But so there definitely is overtime in ESEA.
Definitely is overtime. There will be next week as well when we play in, and he's casting that again. I have reminded him.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Fantastic. But that's not in the ESEA League, is it? That'll be in the next league that we're going to talk about later on. But let's throw over to the results now for Team Yar for ESEA League. A phenomenal week. Giz, do you want to go through the week's results? If the graphics goblin throws up
the graphics has come up. Yeah, we got wins on all the doors, haven't we? Though two of them are forfeit wins, and I did watch back the VODs to check what happened. I did hear the casters say that they don't count the forfeits as wins, but at the end of the day, they're on your record, so I count them.
I mean, the league counts them.
Well, that's the important thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I believe you guys went. Didn't you guys lose the first 5 points and just came back heavily after that? On the Mirage.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit of a mad game. We lost the first 5 rounds, and then we won 16-6. So yeah, it was a bit of a comeback.
I felt like it was just security really disrespecting Eco a lot by just buying every single round and everything. But that's my knowledge of CS:GO. Very limited. I did send our goblin a graphic to use here as well, but I don't think he's got it saved. But moving on from that, how did you feel playing against the other Ander? There we go. Yes.
Yeah, I did notice. To be honest, I didn't really notice him in the game much. They weren't a great team. Yeah, it was a bit weird, but it wasn't that. I don't know. I didn't really notice him much, to be honest. Like, they didn't really do much.
So I just wanted to see that up just simply because I made that.
That was very well made. I appreciate that one. That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so.
It took me all of about 2 minutes, but it was completely worth it. Thanks, Craig, for pulling that one off. Brilliantly well done as normal.
I mean, I'm just surrounded by tech wizards. I don't know we ever have any problems on this show. Well done, guys. So yeah, a bit of a rundown there. A good result, a nice sort of end of the season. As I said, despite the forfeit wins, it does it runs off the total tallies for the win losses for the season quite nicely for Team Yar. What was your actual finish in the standings? Do you know?
6
do you
and
guys
8,
know?
I believe.
6 and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we finished. Yeah, record is 6 and 8. Position wise, we finished 266 out of 447. So dead middle of the pack, really.
That's not bad going. When you see those type of numbers in these open leagues, it always seems a lot worse than it is because like one win can swing you like 40 positions.
Yeah.
So when you see those numbers, but if you think of it as percentage wise, to be in the middle of the pack there to finish out fairly strong is pretty good going, and well done, particularly to Anders, who I'm sure led you all the way to victory there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
To be fair, Alex was doing the leading in that Mirage game.
Yeah,
So I was just following his instruction.
Nova was missing for that one. Alright, he was working, I think. So we all just kind of stepped up together to try and just bring ourselves over the line to end the season, and we just managed to do it. I can't even remember how we lost the first 5 rounds of the game because
I think it was just economy.
like
We lost
after we got that
pistol.
slow
I
start
think we
over
forced
with,
second.
it didn't
Yeah,
feel
we
like
forced
there was
second,
any
lost
competition.
that.
Yeah, bad economy to start the game. They hit some nice shots to open up, and then as it progressed, Tree got just rolling and put us on his back really, and Anders was hitting some nice shots as well.
Yeah, scoreboard looked like alright at the end. I mean, it was all pretty even out, so
By
it's pretty good
myself, of
showing
course.
all around. Yeah, but you got excuse. You were leading.
Yeah, that's true. I wear that badge proudly. I hide my stats behind that one.
100% win
So-
rate is IGL.
True.
Okay, cool. So what is like the team hierarchy? Who is like the normal shot caller, and like what is like de facto? How does it go down? Like who's the guy that's like, do you know
normally-
what? I just like to play. I don't really want to say anything. Like,
Normally towards the top it would be Nova, but sure, he was missing there for that Mirage game. So in his place, I kind of took it upon myself to do it to take on his job. After myself, it would probably be Tree. He can be vocal at times, but sometimes it's kind of hit and miss. And it's the same then with the other two lads. They're kind of more like, you tell me what to do and I'll do it type of players.
there's leaders and then there's
Yeah.
followers.
Yeah.
There's
I don't know.
Yeah.
Liam does Liam mid round from time to time and makes some calls, but yeah, it's pretty much like that.
excellent. Well, yeah. So that closes out ESEA, but as we alluded to at the start, at the top of the show, we have a new league coming up fairly soon. The very funkily named Space Muffin Season 2. What are your guys' thoughts going into that? Are you carrying the same team forward into that? Are you making any changes to the roster? Have you got any other stand-ins? Like, well, give me a general overview of what the plan is going into the Season 2 of Space Muffins.
Yeah, so we've had some meetings, we've had some interviews this week, just to speak to everyone individually, and we'll have another team meeting on Monday. But yeah, plan so far, we're just going to stick same roster, same stand-ins. So worst come worst, me or Stater will stand in, but hopefully not required. I think it'll be interesting. It's definitely a lower level tournament. I think we definitely have an opportunity to go on and win it, but we're just kind of looking to use it as a bit of practice during the off season, really.
Mm-hmm. How many teams are competing in this? Is this 16? Did I make that up?
Yeah, it's 16. So yeah, it's a 16-team tournament. It's going to be double elimination groups and then single elim bracket. BO3s for all of the matches, I believe.
Including the finals?
I would have thought so. Yeah, I
would
can't imagine it
yeah.
in BO5.
Not for like a low
Yeah.
amateur kind of
It
tournament.
doesn't
They
say,
wouldn't-
but I wouldn't have thought. Yeah, BO5 finals are just horrible.
Yeah. Is
Even
that
to watch.
not something you
Training.
guys favour then?
No,
I have to
no.
just yeah.
I like the
I've
grind.
just double
see?
checked. It is BO3. Yeah.
It is BO3. Okay, cool. I like the grind. I prefer a BO5 in basically anything because I have the patience of a saint and I like to upset other people. So,
Yeah, he'd make the perfect
Just like-
CS player.
I mean, if you can just drag it out for as long as possible, you know.
Make it as
I'm one of
painful
those-
for
give up.
everyone else
Oh
involved.
yeah. I'm like that chess player. Like, if you don't put a time limit on my moves, I'll just sit there till you get bored and leave. You know what I mean? So, okay,
Worst.
so the worst type of person. Yeah, I'm a horrible
Yeah.
human being. You should know that by now, but there you go.
I like best of
Okay.
foes because you get to you get the more like the mental warfare of it, like the fact that like if you're in a better mindset, you can reset your mental going into each game, and eventually you can win that way. But your way is just we'll just drag it out as long as possible, just make him feel the pain.
Yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
a best of 7, but you play each map twice, is more suited to you.
Oh
Best
yes.
14.
We'll do it across 2 days.
Yeah.
give everyone a chance.
Like the
Yeah, it's
Ashes.
like Yeah, I was gonna say it's like the cricket or like the best of 21 and a snookers masters tournament. Yeah, that type of thing. That's what I'm about. Just watch one game for a week. But
Jesus.
yeah, no, it's all good. Well, as I say, it's good that you're confident going into this this new tournament. I think personally, I mean, I'm no player, like I'm not great, but whenever I play in competitive sports of any kind, I like having that sort of unity of keeping a team around me. Like dropping players out can really disrupt things, but it can also be a breath of fresh air. So, you know, there's this double-edged sword. But I do wish you guys the best going into the Space Muffins season 2. I just like saying Space Muffins, so I'm going to say that like regularly.
Yeah, it's a
Every
bad
opportunity, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I may mention it before the show ends, even though we're not on that news piece anymore. So we'll.
Do we
we'll
know
see
why
how
it's
it
called
goes.
that, or is it just?
It's just
Is there a
that's
reason?
what it's called.
Not a clue.
Oh,
My,
brilliant.
my sneaking suspicion is that all of the other names are taken by now. You know
Yeah,
what I
to be
mean?
fair, like it does make them stand out from the crowd. There's a lot of other tournaments have got very generic names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is good for like your Twitter page and things like that. You can throw up that type of thing. Although what I will say, and this is not specific to CS:GO, this is an awful lot of esports. Poor game it is. Poor title it is that is actually part
Yeah.
of the season. Because how many times you'll see a season, I'll be like, I have no idea what this game is. Like, is this Rocket League? Is it Dota 2? Like, you don't know because it just doesn't say. It just goes, oh, we're this tournament and expects you to know. And sometimes the tournament organizers run multiple different titles. They're like, this could be anything. We'll get
Yeah,
on to a major esports tournament organizer later on. But yeah.
I hate how normally they're all just letters. They're just all letters.
All acronyms.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what they stand for. I don't know what they're referring to most of the time.
Sometimes they're not even English words. They're acronyms, and they're like, what could that possibly be? And then when you look at them, you're like, oh, it's Español Federación Nacional. You're like, oh, I wouldn't have guessed that because I made that up. That isn't a real. I don't even think those are
do
real
think
words. I'll be honest with you.
The worst ones is like obviously like the uni ones like Newell and NSC where like they're like the new Newell champions. It's like they don't put the game next to them at all, and you just like they run
Yeah.
every little title. Oh, I just hit my mic across the. Sorry, guys.
Oh no! Oh
No. Oh,
Partially
no.
deaf now, it's alright though.
mute him. Fade in black, Rick. Fade in black. Get rid of
No,
him.
not me this time. No,
No.
no.
Yeah, speaking of other tournaments, a very important tournament coming up that we really do have to talk about. While we've got a certain Mr. Anders on, a certain Mr. Jack Anders Lawrence on with us, is Esports Wales entering into the, I believe, the 13th championship, the 13th Esports World Championships, and we've entered in a CS:GO team, which somebody might actually be on. A certain person.
A bit lower. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So we're entering the 13th Esports World Championship, hosted by the International Esports Federation. So just to start, it's online qualifiers which start next week, and they're going to be streamed on our Twitch. So we've entered a 7-man squad. I'll be on the squad as one of the substitutes. Although I do believe I will be playing a fair amount of games. So yeah, we've got Ping, Mog, and Emmy, who they're all playing quite high level, and also Jay as well. Although I don't know how available Jay is going to be. And then we got myself, Nova, and Kaiser, who are all playing in Open at the moment. So I think Ping has just been signed to Victus Esports, I believe. And I believe that is salaried. I know he played for Chet previously, which I think was salaried as well. And I think that's Advanced they're playing in. And then Mog and Emmy play. I think Mog dropped to Open this season with Neds, but they've played loads of like main and inters in the past. Emmy's playing in main with Aura at the moment. Aura's a pretty good team, so I think we've got a decent roster. Like, given how small Wales is, it is a good roster. They probably are the best players in Wales, bar the substitutes. but yeah, we'll see how it goes. We've been given a
Yeah.
pretty tough group, so
Yeah, we talked a little bit before the show started about the groups that we're in. So we're in Group B in this championship, yeah. And who are the other teams there that we're up against?
yeah. So apparently it was unseeded, but it does feel like we've been given the worst seed because we've been drawn against the Netherlands, Lithuania, and Austria, and they're all quite good. Austria are definitely the weakest of the three, but even then they're still pretty good. I mean, with this tournament, it was always going to be a case that like everyone was going to have. It was never going to be like the top pro players, but it was always going to be players who are around 3,000, but well, between 3 and 4,000 elo on Faceit. Players who've got HLTV profiles, maybe not like at the highest rank, but yeah, they've at least got profiles. And to be fair, some of our players have got HLTV profiles as well. But yeah, we got kind of unlucky with those teams because, well, I think since Chris J's been benched on Mouse Sports, he's decided he's going to play in this international tournament for the Netherlands. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, he's quite
Cool.
good.
Yeah, yeah. You were talking a little bit, like obviously your knowledge is much more in depth than me, but we mentioned the dirty thing about prize money, and yeah, when you look at how much some of these players have taken in prize money, it does sort of cast a light on this sort of lineage in the sport. So be interesting to see how that group goes. Hopefully we can qualify, and by we I mean you. I'm not doing any of the work.
Yeah.
But I have every faith in Team Wales. Let's face it, we got the best flag of everyone in that group, so you know.
Oh, we definitely do. They've all got like
Yeah.
tricolours.
Yeah, I mean, Austria's just two as well. I mean, it's 3 stripes, but it's just 2 colours.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
another
true.
colour. Come on.
They couldn't afford the third colour.
Terrible. Collapse of the Holy Roman Empire. Look at the state of them now. History joke for some people in there.
You lived it.
Yeah, I was there. During it.
Yeah.
It was me and the Habsburgs. I was there during the Lithuanian Polish Commonwealth collapse. And the Netherlands is a fake country that fell out of the fall of the Burgundian succession. Anyone want to know any other history facts? Or no? Okay, cool.
No, I'm falling asleep already.
Yeah, I think we're alright.
I am too, but
I
that's
will
because of my
say-
age.
This is nap time. Why do you schedule it this time?
I know, it's terrible.
Yeah, I will say
It's
that
full
they
of
sort of
coffee.
need to.
There's no water in there.
Mine's full of vodka. It's fine. I think they need to clarify the term amateur, because if it is as much, as much prize money as we're saying, I wouldn't classify that as amateur anymore. I'd say that as a full-time job.
Well, no, to be fair, these aren't. It's not meant to be an amateur tournament, not strictly, but obviously, I think there was a bit of an assumption, pro teams aren't going to release their players for this, but there's no strict limit on who can enter. And I guess since Chris got benched on Mouse Sports, there's just
He might
something
as
to do
well.
in it. And then Lithuania have got a pretty good team as well. Just a lot of, I mean, the one benefit, all 3 teams in our group are all mixed teams, from what I can tell. Whereas some of the other countries have got actual full rosters. So we got a little lucky on that front, but yeah, there's some pretty big names. Like Lithuania have got Kvik and Esperanto, and they've both played majors as well. So yeah, we could be in trouble here.
I'm
looking forward to the challenge.
Guys. Oh, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, as I say, there's some scalps there possibly to take if you are playing against these mixed teams. It'd be interesting to see how it goes. Is there? I mean, I don't know the setup for this because I believe this is the first time Wales has entered into the Esports World Championships. Is there prize money for these group stage or these pool stages, or is that reserved purely for the finals, which I believe are in Israel this year? I may be wrong.
Yeah. So the group stage is purely an online qualifier. There's no prize money for that. Not as far as I'm aware, anyway. I mean, if there is, it'll be a shock to me. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's all just qualifiers. And then, so I think the way a qualifying works, it's quite restricted, honestly. So out of our, so 2 teams will advance from our group. So out of each group, 2 teams advance to a playoff bracket, and then out of that playoff bracket, the top 2, so whoever makes the final of a playoff, they advance to the LAN. So out of these 14 teams, only 2 of them will actually go, because then there's loads of other regions as well who've got their own qualifiers. So yeah, there's some pretty strong teams in here, and the fact that only 2 of them are going to go, and yeah, the LAN final is in Israel. It's in EILAT, which is like in the south, I believe. So it's not too bad.
Just checking that. I believe it is EILAT, yes.
Sounds like you're doing your research ready to go then.
Well, yeah, when I first saw it was in Israel, I did kind of think, well, that's a bit, you know, there's COVID and then there's a lot of political stuff going on in Israel.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
But,
hotspot. I mean, when isn't it a hotspot topic? But
Yeah.
yeah. But the fact that it's not in one of the capitals that you may.
Yeah,
be
I did
okay
look
with
it
that.
up. Apparently, yeah, I mean, I think government travel restrictions, they state like it should be alright to go to. It's it's out of the way a lot. I think it's a fairly like rich part of the country, so I think it's probably fine.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have these problems to think about as we advance.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
by we,
hopefully.
I mean you. Again, I keep saying we. As
Oh
if
no,
I'm doing
we've got to come with them. We have to do the weekly
do the
the
live
entourage.
weekly report from there.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That'd be good,
Fantastic.
to be fair.
I mean, my
John's
ginger
paying.
skin
I
will do
mean-
well in the desert. You can see, I'm built for desert reporting, and I look at me.
It's fine. I'll stand in front of you, and you can use my shadow as shade.
Cast
It's fine.
shade. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. You can throw actual shade at me, and I'll just throw verbal shade at you. I believe we did have one other bit of news. Unfortunate news, I'm afraid. I think we've had to pull our team for the Tekken side of things out of the World Championships. I may have made that up, but I'm sure we
Yeah,
got
I
a player
believe so.
dropout, which is unfortunate. But it just means that you guys are carrying the flag for us through. So we'll be watching with bated breath. Moving on from our CS:GO news, we have some League of Legends news from the week. Now, I don't know. Do you want me to go through this, Giz? Because I know, like,
Oh yeah,
you're not
I think it's
on-
better. I've spoken about it enough, really. I casted over the games. I think you could start for the scores if you want.
Well, there was. I can start with the scores. I can do that. I can read that off
Yeah.
the page. I know. I
That's
don't
fine,
need to read.
that's fine.
I was there. I watched it. It was 2-1. Team Ya against Primordials. Except it wasn't Primordials at the start because you forgot to update the stream title. I remember that.
I have no control over the stream title. Okay, I need
just-
someone else to come in and do that. Okay,
You useless. So Team
I
Ya
assumed the
winning
Rocket League one before.
handed 2-1 win. The first game very convincing. Second game started off a little bit more shaky, but eventually just sort of started steamrolling Team Primordial. What I took from that game, because I know nothing about League of Legends, even though I did watch it, is that there was some armored lady with a sword and some fella who was doing suplexes in the top lane, and that went on for a bit, and then we won. Like that's as far as I.
Yeah,
Is that
you're
everything?
set,
Have I
yep.
covered the whole? Yeah.
Well, you
go
covered
on.
a bit. Yeah, I mean,
Go on,
we did
tell
really
everyone about the game. You know about it.
Well, the first game was a bit of a whitewash. Let's be fair. There was a massive rank difference going into this series, so Team Ya are probably going to come out victorious no matter who they played, really. But the second game, we had a very rocky early stage, and about till 10 minutes, it was sort of looking like we were about to get a game 3 going on. If there is a game 3, me and my fellow caster Brett have decided that we switch roles casting. So I do play-by-play, he does color casting, just for a bit of fun. But yeah, it was a very close game. They made a really good play in the top side to recover the gold lead and come back into it. So overall, it's going quite well. Start of the season, they've got 2 wins behind them, and they're going forward into. I think who are they playing next week? Give me a second. Sorry, just scroll and check in. Haven? No. Chunk. They're playing Chonk. Okay. Yep. That's the name of the team. They're playing those. Nice. That'll be this Thursday if anyone wants to come in and see. Obviously, great fun. But
Are
yeah,
you casting
honestly,
that game as well?
I believe so, unless John pulls the rug out again. But you know, he did that for the first game, but it's okay. It's okay. I don't hold grudges. But yeah, so I'll be casting those games with Brett. Yeah, should be good. I haven't researched the other team yet, but I'm sure they'll be good. Team ER have got a new coach in who's been working on draft with them, and it's been working pretty good. Pretty good.
Do either of our guests know anything about League of Legends at all? Have you ever played it? Do you know anything about it?
I've played it a very small amount.
It is a mystery to me.
Yeah,
It's too challenging.
It's far too much going on. There's like 1,000 heroes. I think there's like 160, but we'll for hyperbole's sake, there's like 1,000
Remember
heroes.
that from yesterday? This one.
They've got like 13 like abilities each. There's 5, but I like to say hyperbole. They've got like 13 abilities each. There's a lot of color. They run around. Isn't it 4 plus an ultimate? Didn't I make that up? Or am I just genuinely wrong?
No.
Is there only
The
4?
ultimate's part of the 4, isn't it?
Yeah. Normally there's 4. Some champions have got more than that due to like weird things in their kit. One of them doesn't have any. Only has 1 ability.
That's the one I'll play. When you make me play a game, I'll play the one who's got the 1 ability.
The least complicated. There we go.
Absolutely.
Like
It's actually the craziest looking champion. Like they changed the whole display at the bottom for him. Why? Actually, he's got 2 abilities. Sorry, alt and a different one. But yeah,
that's too many.
Stupid
buttons.
champion.
That's too many buttons.
Yeah.
For me. That's too many buttons. I like the old CS:GO approach: click heads, win game. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's. I mean, I don't ever win, but I can click things like that's. You know.
Yeah, at least they give
fast,
you like a
fast.
definite approach to how to win the game. All you have to do is just shoot them.
Just
aim better.
Yeah,
shoot them.
clicking heads is definitely the way forward.
You point the thing, you click the button, they fall over.
And you win. That's it.
Everyone goes
Simple
home for
game.
muffins and medals. It's a good.
Going back to CS:GO for a second. Do you guys find skins pay to win?
No,
Oh,
Like,
definitely
do you guys buy many skins and feel
mean-
like you perform better if you play on a certain skin?
Oh, 100%.
Wow.
I get like the most mental boost ever when I get a new nice skin, nice clean white skin. I'm at the top of my game. I frag out every time without a doubt. But then like, Anders is just gonna tear me apart now for being a bit of a freak.
I don't know, to be fair, there is like...
Yeah, but
There is some logic to it. I mean, I don't know about random skins, but with a knife skin, there is like there is a noticeable difference with like your movement. I don't know why, but everyone seems to be better at movement with a knife skin. And also,
I think it's like it makes you more
if you
conscious
just-
of it.
maybe, but also like if you just get a if you get an agent skin, then you can just blend in against the wall, and that really helps.
Those are
is that
actually
why you
pay
have
to
a knife
win.
skin then?
Oh, that's the only
Uh,
reason I have a knife
yeah,
skin.
it helps.
To clarify for
Maybe a bit
people watching,
expensive.
these skins, just a little bit expensive. Some knives, like about 100. I think the cheapest knife starts about 100, isn't it?
Which knife?
Something
now?
like that. It's the
So-
cheapest one.
Just
The cheapest one
Yeah.
you can get is like for euros. I know it's like
£60, right?
65 euros, 70 euro.
I have no idea
So-
what the euro's worth at the moment. It was like £4.50 or £1,000. It could be anywhere between. It could be anywhere in that
Right.
range. I have no
it's,
idea.
it's a good amount. But yeah, I mean, I used to play a little bit of CS:GO. Obviously not at the level you guys are at, and I felt that I felt better playing on a skin. I did have a nice stat track, minimal wear, Man of War, and it felt good on the orb. But overall, I had to sell it, and I made a lot of money off of it, so that felt good.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, am the cheapest, stingiest, scroogiest man you've ever seen. I will pay for nothing. It's like, bog standard will do me. Thanks very much.
You can make a lot of money off it though,
Oh yeah.
or you can get really lucky sometimes.
I know a friend of mine is. He used to have one of the current most expensive skins in the game. It's called an A4 Howl, and he got it years ago before the skin market blew up. But he had to sell it. Like I think it was the year before the skins, like the prices like skyrocketed, and he went back there last week and checked what the current price of it was, and he sold it for like £600, and he checked now, and it's something like £10,000,
Oh,
which is
that hurts.
Yeah,
Oh,
howls
wow.
are mad.
Okay. So when you
That-
start
like, that
moving
is a
into, I can
lot
put a
of money.
deposit on a house money.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah. I had a friend who got dropped an AWP gun gear during the operation. So, you pay £10 for operation pass, get dropped a skin, and she sold it for like £2,000.
That's
So yeah, there's some
Not
decent
bad.
money
I'm playing the
around.
wrong game. Just the wrong game.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think the most
yes, but
expensive skin that ever
for
went was
many
like
reasons.
£80,000, right?
yeah.
I thought I was good.
Yeah.
I sold my ult for about 100 quid, and I felt good about that. But nothing at that sort of level.
I've sold a pair of gloves out for just under €1,000. Was my most
Decent
expensive.
return.
Yeah, I opened 3 cases, which cost me under €10, and on the third one I got a pair of gloves that were worth €970. Nice return.
Just
That is
a bit.
that is a nice return. Yeah, I just seen in chat there. Just wait till NFTs come into
Oh Jesus!
Oh god,
come into
no.
the gaming space.
Oh, they are NFTs. CS:GO skins are NFTs.
No, because you can't
that's what-
right-click and copy them.
No, there's an article on it. I read earlier this week. So like how you get like the special knives with like certain yellow bits and stuff like that. It's like that. Each one's like a special skin because they're NFTs.
They're not unique though. You can get more than one.
Yeah, but some of them are. Like I just saw the article. I read it a little bit. Apparently they count.
So what you're saying is,
I don't
put
know.
in a sort of doomsday apocalypse version of the future, and you're like, "Oh, the future's now, son." Like we're already there.
Just a bit.
Like, oh no, the world's going to
I-
hell in a
I thought-
handbasket.
I thought League was expensive with some of its skins, but no. I guess they once League starts trading skins, maybe. But in the meantime, you have to sell your whole account to sell a skin.
Will they ever start
Well.
trading skins?
Well, I don't know. There's some really rare skins out there that like if you have an account with them on, that it's like 10 grand and stuff like that. It's crazy.
That's
But yeah.
nuts.
Well, speaking of money and things that have probably got microtransactions in them, we should probably move on to the next section. We should probably move on to patch notes for the week and talk about upcoming games. I can't remember if Craig's made a graphic for this. Graphics Goblin, do we have a graphic?
Graphic.
Oh, we got a graphic. Fancy as well.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, I've been working hard.
Just.
Honestly, get that man a raise.
Yep. No, absolutely not. A raise.
No. Pay us more. Pay talent. Pay talent. Sorry.
A raise. He's not allowed out into natural sunlight for more than 3 hours a week. A raise. Fun fact: we keep Craig in a box and we feed him nothing but aquarium gravel.
It works. He said it helps him focus.
Yep. He says he prefers the taste of aquamarine blue. I don't know why, but there you go. So the big gaming news, well, we've got a few fairly substantial bits. Call of Duty Vanguard going into beta, open beta. A lot of codes floating around. Anyone interested in that? I mean, we're talking shooter games.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys are going to be looking into, or are you purely CSGO and everything else can sit in the back burner?
Nah.
Nah?
I used to play cards, but this
Yeah.
one just looks a bit rubbish.
I haven't played a solid COD in I don't know how many years at this stage, and I'm not even that old. It feels like forever since I've last played a Call of Duty, but I don't know. I might give this one a go because I have a couple of friends who played the last one, and whenever they were just chilling around, they'd play the game, and I'd be there not having bought it. So I might try get in on the games this time.
That's fair enough. I mean, the last one I played proper was Black Ops 2. So that's whenever
That was a
that
long
came
time
out,
ago.
I missed the third one. The Black Ops 3 was so good. I
I mean,
stopped at Black Ops 3.
I've played the more recent ones, but like that's the last one that I was like fully invested in, that I actually put time and effort into. And
Played
then
the
going
single
back,
player
it
all
was
the way through.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. See, now I like a single player campaign. I prefer the ones
Oh,
that have got them in
They're
there.
good.
Come on.
They're
Come on.
better, really. Just better games.
No.
And there's some
Just
like tiny
Rolling
voice
Online.
actors in this. Like I think Laura Bailey's in Vanguard. Like there's some good voice actors. It's like I enjoy a good single player game. I have many
did
friends.
get Cold War. I bought Cold War, and like the last week, I've been playing it pretty much non-stop when I'm not playing League. It's my go-to now, and I've been really enjoying it. New zombies patch and everything like that. So chances are, if I like Vanguard, I'll try the beta, see if I like it. Maybe go for it. Maybe I'll join the Esports Wales COD team. Give them a run for their money.
Yep, absolutely. I'd cast your games through and insult you all the way
Oh,
through.
perfect.
We've got another set of shooting news. Sorry, I'm having to bang through because we're running out of time on the getting through these patch notes here. I know. Another bit of shooting news in the opposite vein. Instead of a game going into open beta, we've got a delay for Battlefield 2042, delayed by a month. Bit of vitriol in the online space about this, but personally, I don't know how you guys feel. I'm going to ask you in a second, but personally, I would rather a game be delayed and come out working than for them to release it and then patch it afterwards. What's your guys' feeling on that? When a game you're looking forward to gets delayed, are you angry, or are you like, well, at least they're making it polished?
I kind of like half and half on it. I like, to some degree, I agree with you, but also if they're like set on a date and time and it's like delayed and then delayed again, that's when I start to get, it starts to annoy me. Alright, but like if it's only a once or twice off thing where they're like delaying it, trying to make sure it's a good game, then yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I don't know. I think as long as it comes out polished, it doesn't really matter. Like, we don't want to see Cyberpunk again.
Oh, thank God, so nice to do it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Cyberpunk is that people took a vote on it, right? And they gave it to the community to choose whether or not they released it early. Giving things to the community to decide, probably not the best idea. Not really.
It tanked their share price, didn't it?
Oh,
Well, I mean,
destroyed them quite a lot.
CD Projekt Red were having a lot of other problems as well, so it wasn't. There's a lot of allegations about, well, not allegations. They were proven facts, but at the time they were allegations about crunch and poor worker conditions, which we'll probably do a show on at some point, but maybe a little bit heavier topic for right now. But personally, when it comes to delays with games, I'm annoyed if it's like, it's not going to be this week, it's going to be next week, because what are they fixing in a week? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's like, we've been delayed 6 months because we need to do this, this, and this, I understand it. So I do have that sort of double-edged attitude of like, if they're pushing it a week, this game is not ready to come out. You know what I mean? They're scrambling to fix things. And normally, what they're scrambling to do is stick microtransactions in it. How can the publisher chop it up? Yeah. How can we turn this into a live service this week? So
the way I see it is that like Battlefield have been always known to have betas for their games, right? Since Battlefield 4 beta was massive, right? So I'm just expecting them just to release a beta, and then even if the main game's delayed, the beta will probably just keep running with the same bugs, and then people will realize why it got delayed. Whereas like I feel like that's what happened with Cyberpunk in the end, was people realized it needed to be delayed a bit more, because when a company goes, hey, we have a couple bugs, they mean no, we have a lot of bugs, guys, lots of bugs. Like,
yeah.
So I'm sort of happy they're delaying it. Hopefully they put a beta out anyway, just so we can play even the most broken game. I don't care. I just really like Battlefield, so. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Well, we've got. I think we're fairly aligned on our views about delays in games. There. We also have another update where we're talking about tournament organisers earlier on, but the one of the the larger tournament organizers, PGL, has recently announced that they will be requiring all people, talent, players, staff, and spectators, to be vaccinated in order to attend their upcoming events. So, I know this organizer for the sort of co-organizing the Next Daughter International in October in Bucharest, I believe. Might be wrong on that. But they do a number of major high-profile tournaments for a number of esports titles. What do you guys feel about that?
I know they're doing the next CS:GO major in Stockholm, but like I personally agree with this whole mandating vaccines. I think obviously if you make the choice to not take or receive any doses or anything, then that's your personal choice. But if people are requiring you to have it to be able to go and do things, then I think it's entirely fair for them to also kind of have their own boundaries that they've set for entry requirements and stuff.
I'll put my cards on the table. I fully agree with you. I think it's a private organization. It's a private event. And if that's the mandate they've put in place, then that should be respected. I'm not going to make things political about whether you should vax or shouldn't vax and all the rest of it. But I think there's been a lot of kickback on this. But at the end of the day, it's a private organization. It's a private event. There's not public money that's going into this. So if they've put these stipulations in place, which I think are sensible for these type of events where you're going to have a large crowd of people, and they're going to be in close contact, and they're going to want to meet talent, and if you want the games to actually go ahead without players getting ill, these are the type of stipulations you need to put in place, or they're not going to be LANs. They're going to be online. So that's the way it is.
Yeah, of course.
How do you feel about that for the major LANs, Anders? Obviously, as someone who is a manager of a team, like, how would you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense. I think it's one of those, at the end of the day, it's a private company. They can do whatever they want, Yeah, I back it. I mean, I don't really care either way. I just think it's their choice to do whatever they want. And, if they want to enforce that, that's up to them.
That's fair enough. And it's like, I just want to turn up and click heads. He's just like, is that so much to
Yeah, exactly.
so much to
As long as the vaccine doesn't stop him from doing that. I just see it as it's a privately run event. If any of the staff or the talent get sick, you're going to lose teams and then you're going to lose money. So it makes a lot of sense for them to protect their investment by requiring this vaccine. And out of interest, are you guys all vaccinated? Because I am.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. I am double vaxxed, but I also had COVID, so I don't know
survivor.
if the vaccine. Yeah, I'm a survivor. I gotta be honest with you, it hit me for a loop, so I'm still kind of recovering from it. My puff is still not as good as it used to be, and I've actually got a full. I do a lot of martial arts, and I've got a tournament coming up next week, and I do not think that I'm going to be able to compete because I'm still not fully up to scratch. So that's my personal experience with the coronavirus. But let's move on to some lighter news, because that's our tournament organizer news. We also have there's a League Worlds have moved. They've moved.
Yeah, they have.
They've moved to, according to someone who can't write into the Google Doc, they've moved to China.
From I put it the wrong way around. Yeah, no, they've moved from China to EU. Sorry, my English is not the best.
Did you write
that in? Yeah.
Firing.
I did. Yeah. Hey, I'm dyslexic. You know this, but we had a discussion about this yesterday.
We did after you beat me at that game.
Yeah, a spelling-based game. Oh no, I beat you at that as well though, so it's fine. Yeah, they've moved. They've moved.
Chat. That's what he wrote.
Hey, there's no need to do this now. Okay, come on. Anyways, it's moved to Iceland from China over concerns of coronavirus in China being higher than they say. It makes a lot of sense. Everyone doesn't really want to see these large quarantine times for teams like they did last year for the Worlds, and Honestly, I think it's a good idea. And I do also want to go to this if they do have spectators. I'm sort of wanting to buy a ticket and go.
And this is in Iceland, yeah. So is that going to be
Yeah, Iceland. Yeah.
Reykjavik?
Ooh.
That's like the only
somewhere.
town in Iceland I know, and that's their capital.
I think that is it. I think I
Yeah.
believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll be doing the news from Reykjavik that week. That's fine.
Hey,
No problem.
if John wants to fund me to go there and do the weekly from there, I'm more than happy. Let's get some funding behind this.
We can use the winnings from when Esports Wales win the CS:GO, the World Championships.
Yeah.
We'll take that money,
Just send me on
Yeah.
holiday. Yeah.
distribute the funds out, trickle down economy. We can make
Yeah.
this work. Me
I
and you
don't know. I
just
think we
travel-
want to see some of that.
See if we can do press pass.
No.
Let's go.
No. Me and Giz need to travel the world on everyone else's like achievements. That's basically how this is. That's how I'm positioning the show. So there we go. And there's only one other bit of silly news that I've heard. Have you guys heard that IKEA have teamed up with Republic of Gaming, with ROG, to make a specialized line of gamer furniture? Have you heard about this?
This is news to me.
You'll
Furniture.
go to
Like-
IKEA and buy yourself like an actual like gamer's desk and gamer's chairs and gamer's branded stuff. It's all Republic of Gaming. Apparently is like being released like next week or the week after. I want to say the
I
start
mean,
of
a chair
October.
and a desk. A chair and a desk makes sense, but if they're talking like sofas, maybe not.
What, do you not have a gaming sofa, Anders? No?
No,
Well,
I don't know. Maybe the
Imagine-
console players will have them.
I was gonna say, imagine like those console LAN parties, like playing on your
Gamer
playing on the
beanbag.
Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gamer beanbag.
Get a real gamer dungeon going. All sponsored by Republic of
I mean,
Gaming.
I mean, if Republic of Gaming would like to send me a new desk or a chair, I'm happy for it. But I built my
I can do
desk
that,
yeah,
myself.
If IKEA want to send me stuff, I
so
actually
sorry, yeah,
genuinely I have an IKEA desk right now. Like that's what is everything is on. So
I built my own desk, so that's what I got my stuff on. Handyman
Yeah.
DIY. Oh,
well, I should say this isn't a desk. This is actually a worktop that I've put legs on because it was sturdier than a desk. So, and it's not even on legs. I'm telling a lie. It's on 2 drawers. Like there's a set of drawers either side. So if IKEA want to like do this for me, so next time I'm going to put it together myself. Excellent.
Can't ever say no.
There you go. A bit of light fluff to end the weekly news segment on there. So yeah, I basically just want to ask you guys, our guests on now, is there anything that you're looking forward to coming up in the next sort of couple of weeks? Is it purely Space Muffins, and that's what we're going to be focused on? And obviously, Anders with the Worlds coming up. What have you guys got going on? We'll go to Alec first. Go on, tell us what you got going on, my friend.
Well, primarily it will just be this upcoming tournament. Obviously, trying to improve from this season just gone. It would be nice to kind of show the potential that we all believe we have. Because, in all fairness, we didn't really show that as much as we could have or even should have in ESEA League. But I have faith in us taking ourselves pretty far in this tournament. But at the end of the day, it is kind of just preparing us for the next season, which is like ultimately what we have our eyes set on for the time being. But I'm not going to just brush aside this tournament. I still want to take it seriously. I still want to like win the games that we're supposed to win and improve from there.
And how about yourself, Anders?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same. Looking forward to the national games next week, and we'll see how we get on there. And then after that, it's just just looking forward to Space Muffins, and then ESEA 39, which will be like November, December, something like that. So yeah, I think same as Alex really. I think Space Muffins will be just a good opportunity to get some practice in, maybe go far, and I think there is a chance, but at the end of the day, it's good practice, and I think we've put a good structure in place in this postseason to just to make sure that we improve upon last season. And I think next season 39, I think will be a good showing.
Fantastic. Well, we've got one
Brilliant.
more topic that I think Giz wants to bring up.
Oh yeah, thanks to the tee up. So for some of our members in Esports Wales, they might know that we were advertising this quite heavily. We had our first community meetup yesterday, or one of the community meetups at the Arcade Vaults in Cardiff. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed that night. I enjoyed
Yeah, it was
meeting
alright.
many people at games and having a couple of drinks. How do you guys think about the night going?
Yeah, it went it went well. There was I mean there is an interesting note written in our plan document about Anders and a hangover. I feel like for the record I should state that I didn't have a hangover, but I did throw up in Cambridge.
Lovely.
Just what we needed to hear.
Lovely.
This is the story. we
but
all
it's
wanted.
alright.
Yep.
This is
Mistakes
why
were
you're here.
made, lessons were learned.
Yeah. He didn't have an hangover because he left all the alcohol behind. That's
Yeah.
basically what
And
happened.
now it's
there.
someone else's problem.
Yeah. Giz was
Pre-planned,
particularly
of
happy
course.
with pre-planned, the tactical
Oh.
puke.
Yeah.
Giz had a good
Yeah.
time apparently.
Yeah, I played some board games, some card games. I beat you at a card game, didn't I? Somewhat
You beat
easily.
an old man at the card game. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, you beat an old man at the card game, right?
I think card
and then
games are
your
built for the older
smug little
generation.
face. Oh, the smug face! I've got a photo of your smug face. I don't know. I don't know if Craig put it up as a graphics, but I've got your smug face photographed in it.
It's fun. Craig's
Everyone
not
was
happy
being
because when she
were
left,
playing in a
me
group.
and Craig played. We played Gloom, and I beat him at that as well. So he was teaching me how to play it, and just beating everyone here. Yeah.
Shut up.
I heard you cheat. No, I didn't cheat. Don't worry. Perfectly legal. We also tried an experimental word game.
Yeah,
Do
we
you-
did, didn't we? There was a
We
fellow
did.
there play testing a new game that he'd invented that didn't have an official name, but it was like a word spinner game that we had to. The
Don't give it
general
away
gist of
now. Copyright.
Yeah, the general gist of it was like having to create words based around sort of randomized options that you were given. And that's when we discovered that both myself and Gizmo are heavily dyslexic. Like we were like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to be terrible at this because I can barely read. So that's the quality of hosts you've got on this show. And that's why the Google documents are never that well presented.
Yeah, it's terrible that we write these things down. Like we can't read them when we write them down anyway, so there's no point.
Yeah. But it was a phenomenal meetup. I like joking aside, I thoroughly enjoyed meeting everyone. We got to meet people that we've spoken to a few times. Got to meet like Wookie and Ivor, Mike from the F1 team. We got to meet and some of the streamers there. Some very friendly people that sort of helped us play the games. Big shout out to Roxanne who showed us how to play Exploding Kittens. And then Lost to you. I was furious.
Yep.
I was catastrophically angry.
You're the first one out. It's okay.
No one like the catastrophically angry. It was a game about cats, guys. Come on now.
Yeah, no.
Nothing.
It's fun.
The tree pun at the start was good, but it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, well, I live in the shade of my failures. It's also when we had a few photographs taken, and Gizmo decided that it'd be extremely funny to lean on me to show how much taller than me he is. So
Yes,
that was one of the things there.
It's the brand we're
But-
going for.
Yeah, but it was a phenomenal meetup. I'm very much looking forward to the next one. I'm very sorry.
No.
I'm
no.
even happier now.
He's done me dirty there. Come on.
He couldn't fade us to black in real life. He tried, but he couldn't.
He tried.
But here, he's the graphics goblin is technically in charge, which just deeply irritates me. But for that, he can have 4 hours of sunshine this week, or as I like to call it, Welsh summer. He leaned on me, basically showed me up. But I thoroughly enjoyed talking to everybody. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to get round everyone. I wanted to speak to everyone there, but unfortunately I had to come home and be a parent, which it's just one of those things, I guess. But yeah, hopefully John can set up another one soon, and we can all get drunk together and play some games. And this time, I will win.
Well,
Because I'll
you could
cheat.
say that.
I'll
but
cheat. I'll bring my own games. I'll bring my own games, and they'll be rigged. I'll cheat. Like, okay, I don't care.
0% win rate. 0% win rate.
Oh my god!
I would also like to say
I lost the game before he came along as well. Oh no! I went 0-5 last night. Oh.
I would also like to say a thank you to our sponsor. If you haven't noticed, I don't know if we have a sponsor segment, but one. We'll switch it to the wide cameras, Craig, just so we can get everything in. Oh, get the bottles in. Why am I leaning the wrong way? HyperX bottles. Oh, the HyperX mic. The HyperX duck. Oh, look at him. Look at him.
For HyperX. It was.
Thank you, HyperX.
Thank you, HyperX, and the Arcade Vaults in Cardiff. Thank you very much.
Definitely Arcade
you guys.
Vaults, yeah.
They were very, very welcoming. Very nice setup. First time I've actually been there, so really glad that I got to see it.
I'll be going back there.
Be going back. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going back specifically to beat you at something.
It's okay. Some of those games are, well, I wouldn't say they're older than you. They're close to your age. There's a Super Nintendo there.
He picked up the Super Nintendo. He's like, "Oh, this is the first time we played a Super Nintendo." I was like, "This was the first console I owned." Oh, sad. But there we go. So we've had a very interesting week. Big success particularly for Team Yar in CS:GO and Team Yar in League of Legends. So that's fantastic. We've done our news. We've done our happy fluff pieces. We have to end all weekly casts, as all weekly news shows do, with the weather. So, Giz, what's the weather like with you?
Oh, it's brilliant. Super overcast, just like a normal Welsh day. Yeah, can't really see anything. Yeah, not bad.
Alec, what's the weather like with you?
I mean, I'm in the wrong country, but it's actually nice enough here.
Nice enough.
Solid bits of sun here and there. It was raining earlier, in fairness, but it's cleared up now.
So it was raining, but now it's clear. Okay,
yeah, standard
cool.
day in Ireland.
Standard
You can
day.
see clearly now the
classic.
rain's gone. Is that?
Yeah, you can see clearly it's now the crane is gone. Anders, what's the weather like with you, my friend?
It is extremely grey and bleak. I feel like I'm in like Dishonored. But yeah. Welsh.
Well, a great way to end it.
Fantastic. Yeah, and I still don't have a window in this room, so I assume the weather report for this week is that it is both sunny and grey. It is cold and hot, overcast, and there is definitely weather happening where you are. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Thank you, Anders. Thank you, Alex, for coming and talking nonsense with us for an hour. Thank you, Gizmo, for being a cheating son of a bitch. And thanks to Craig for the wonderful graphics. Free stream. Everyone free stream.